far away there dwelt a tiny kingdom. Its king and queen were unlike any other in the surrounding lands. They were innovative thinkers, always hoping to make life better for their villagers and the occasional traveler who happened by. The king, surveying his kingdom, decided to make traveling easier, and he would have his engineers make a road, connecting the surrounding villages, all leading to the palace. He hurried to make an announcement to be read in each town. Hear ye, citizens of peace! The construction of the road is underway. This road will connect every village in the kingdom and lead straightway to the palace. I, the King of Peace, will give a treasure to whoever travels the road well. On the day of peace, all subjects shall travel the road and present themselves to the King of Peace to determine if indeed they have traveled the road well. A treasure? Oh my, said a peasant. I must let the others know, and we shall devise a means where we can travel the road well. He gathered in the town square with other peasants to make a plan. There is so much grumbling about. How can we, simple peasants, travel the road well, one determined. Well, we have no fine clothing. Some of us are even without shoe or shawl. How shall we, simple peasants, travel this road well? I know, said a little woman. We shall mend and wash our clothing. The ones that we do have, we will take a bath and comb our hair, and we will walk with dignity as citizens of peace. This is how we will travel the road well. They all nodded in agreement. Yes, yes. We shall share the treasure together when the king sees us and how we prepared ourselves to travel his fine road, and we would have traveled his road well. The nobles of the kingdom all met in a fine, fancy, smancy chalet, sipping tea and eating biscuits, discussing the same. Nodding politely to one another, we shall surely be presented with a great treasure from the King of Peace when when we present ourselves. We shall indeed. We shall receive the treasure, for we will travel the road well. For who but those of noble birth will know even how to travel this road, indeed, and even to travel it well? They chuckled and devised their plan. We shall deck out our ponies with bells and baubles. We will bejewel our wives and polish our walking sticks and shoes. Our carriages shall be arrayed with flowers. Yes, yes. We will look mighty fine as we travel the road, and we shall travel this road well. In a village where the tinkerers dwell, they held a similar meeting. We can make whirly things and twirly things and swirly things, things that glide and things that roll. We shall travel the road well with our inventions. Yup, we shall gain the treasure. And good golly, for we will travel the road well and impressively so. Finally, the day of peace arrived, and the peasants were already on the road, walking by foot the long distance to the palace. They walked and stopped here and there to dust off their clothing and adjust their shoes. When suddenly in their way there was a mound of dirt. Dirt on the palace road? How shall we travel the road well if we present ourselves dusty and dirt encrusted? Let us look around and hurry. Let us walk around in a hurry so that we can be on our way. And so they did, leaving the mound of dirt in the middle of the road. The nobles traveling the same road also found their way blocked by the mound of dirt. calling from inside the carriage, "What stops you, good man? We're in a hurry to the palace to receive the treasure for traveling the road well." "Miss, there's a mound of dirt blocking the way. I must leave the road to continue unless you wish me to ride over it. But it might sink our wheels and I'll get the carriage dirty if I do." "No, no, good fellow, go around, go around. For goodness sakes, hurry. Time's a-wasted." So around they went, leaving the mound of dirt in the middle of the road. The inventors were next to travel. They could sleep in late, as they had whirly things and twirly things and swirly things and things that glide and things that rolled. Hovering above the mound of dirt, they laughed. "Well, looky here, a dirt heap. Some poor bloke's gonna be traveling the road and get all dirty and not travel the road well." Laughing, they hurried to the palace. The king and queen watched as their subjects all presented themselves, all declaring that they had traveled the road well. The line went on for miles outside of the palace walls and even onto the road itself, and each was dismissed. Down the road there was a traveler who had just happened upon this kingdom, going from kingdom to kingdom, village to village, seeking peace and making explorations on his way. He was a bit road-worn and his clothes tattered, his hair uncombed, but he merrily walked. He too found the king's road and was so delighted that he would not have to worry about the snare of tree roots, stumps, puddles, or twigs. He was so happy he decided to tell the king of this kingdom, "Thank you for such a great road." When the traveler arrived at the mound of dirt, he pondered it for a moment, considering how odd on such a beautiful road. He then rolled up his sleeves and started to move the dirt out of the way, whistling while he worked. At the bottom of a mound was a small box. It was bejeweled and very ornate. Again he pondered how odd to find this lovely box under all this dirt. Surely someone has lost it. I will hand it over to the king, for whoever this belongs to must be missing it. And that is what he did, not once stopping to look inside the little bejeweled box, but happily traveling the road while clutching it under his arm. He was the last in line, and hearing those go before him, he guessed that he was at the right place to give this box to the king himself. He hurriedly smoothed his hair as best he could, but it didn't work. He shrugged, and when it was his turn to speak, he was amused by the smile that separated the king's lips in a friendly knowing. "Good king, I am a traveler, going from village to village, kingdom to kingdom, in search of exploration for peace. I first must tell you what a fine road you have constructed for us travelers. However, there was a fine mess of dirt on the road, and I hope you don't think it presumptuous of me, but I moved it out of the way so others may enjoy your fine road." The king's joy could hardly be contained, but he allowed the traveler to continue. "I found this box," holding it in front of him, "at the bottom of the heap and wanted to return it to its owners." The king refused to take the box, but said these words, "Good traveler, I have given the subjects of my kingdom a challenge to travel this road well. In so doing, I will present them with a treasure. And I have seen peasants and nobles and our inventors all who have traveled the same road, yet none determined the mound of dirt to be part of traveling the road well. For to do so, they would have discovered, as you have, the hidden treasure. He paused. Speaking to all, he continues, for to travel this road well, any road, you must first make it easier for those who come up behind you in their journey. Remove obstacles and snares which would impede them. Not doing this for personal gain or profit, just out of the kindness of your heart. Take the time to make their journey easier than your own. You, good sir, have done thusly. You have traveled the road well. You are the owner of this treasure. Lift the lid. Inside were jewels and coins of gold and silver and precious stone and such. You have traveled the road well. We, the citizens of planet Earth, are gathered for Imagine Peacefest, and we have determined that we shall travel the road well, in unity, peace, kindness, charity, and love.